Hello, happy Monday. It is live time. I'm going to do my best not to move as much today because I noticed last time my camera really loves to refocus. And so it was moving around a lot as I was moving. So I will do my best, which is not always easy for me because I talk with my hands, but I'll do my best not to move around so much today. So today I wanted to hop on and talk to you about being overwhelmed. It's something that a lot of us struggle with from time to time, especially in this current day and age. With technology and media overload and overwhelm and so much conflicting information all over the place, so many distractions that are so easy to have just with daily life. It's really, really easy to get overwhelmed. And my first tip for if you're feeling overwhelmed is number one, to stop it. And I put that in the title because 9 times out of 10, when we get to that moment when we're overwhelmed, it says we're actually not being present in the moment. Because if you're present in the moment, it's actually really, really difficult to be overwhelmed. So how much of that feeling or that sensation or that experience of overwhelm is actually something we create and impel and impose on ourselves by not choosing to live in the present moment? And I know that sounds crazy, right? Because you're like, but Jenny Lynn, I have all these responsibilities and I have all these different people I need to take care of and places I need to be and things I need to get done and messages coming from all over the place telling me what I should or shouldn't be doing. And I get that. And I totally hear you. And again, that is a symptom of not being in the present moment. So if you stop right now and just take a deep breath, I promise you that everything you require, you already have right now in this present moment. A lot of what creates overwhelm is a fear of recreating something we've decided was a mistake in the past, something we would not like to have happen again, right? So we create all this energy around the fear of that happening again, which then all that does is pulls that into you like a magnet and recreates it again in some form or fashion. So that ties up a lot of energy, which can create overthinking, which can also create overwhelm, right? And then on the other end of the spectrum, worrying about where you have to be in 30 minutes or that goal that you're trying to hit in a month or before the end of the year or in the next couple of years. I'm not saying don't think about those things. What I am inviting you to do, though, is not to allow yourself to be distracted by the illusion that those things are more important than the present moment right now. Okay. And when you get to that meeting in 30 minutes, that'll be your new present moment. So what if you can be aware of maybe those things that happened in the past that you would not like to create again without resisting them, right? Without putting up the fight, which then pulls it into you. And what if you can be aware of the future that you would like to create, that you would like to have, how well you would like those things to go without putting the stress and pressure on you for those things to be that way, right? It's not like a mutual exclusion, right? What if they all simultaneously coexist? And again, what's real and true is the present moment here and now. So if you stay in the present moment here and now, then you don't have to have anxiety about later. Hi, beautiful. How are you? And you don't have to have regret or a resistance against the past, right? Because really, the past is the past, it's gone. What are you going to do about it, right? All you have is the present moment and what you choose here and now. And the future, it'll be here. So be aware of it, right? And how much fun can you have right here, right now, in this moment? Because then what happens if you don't choose to have fun and be present with what's required in the moment, then you get to that thing in the future, which is the new present moment, and just create more things that are now in your past for you to have regret or around or resistance around. So again, what if overwhelm is just a big illusion? What if there's actually nothing wrong and there's no problem? And what if it's more of a matter of reframing your judgments and your thoughts and your conclusions around things? Reframing your willingness and ability to have gratitude in the present moment for everything you have, because I promise you, you do have everything you need. And like, I know when I get to moments of overwhelm, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, stop it. What am I doing here? Do I have everything I need right now? Maybe is this feeling or sensation in my body inviting me to like stop like this thing that I'm fixated on and go outside and just sit outside and like look at the trees and the sky and just be grateful that like I just get air effortlessly, oxygen effortlessly from the trees and the plants. And what else do I have to be grateful for in the present moment? Maybe I need to go move the energy around and go for a walk or a run or some other form of dance or exercise. So like if we're willing to like stop ourselves when we're going kind of down that crazy train of like judgment and feeling overwhelmed, and just take a deep breath and remind myself and invite you to remind yourself too. Remind myself I have everything I require right here, right now. And I have every moment of my life. So guess what? In the future, I'm going to have everything I require in that moment too, right? Then it's like, oh, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to grasp onto. So then it can kind of get fun. Because then you can start to play more and create more and have fun in the moment and not create so much unnecessary stress and distraction and worry and regret. And cool. I don't think there are accidents or coincidences. I do not believe in those. So yeah, what if it's time to ditch the overwhelm and just be? You're already beautiful. You're already amazing. You already have everything you require. And now, like, what if it's time to start having fun and playing and creating? And creating from that space just invites the universe to bring more of that energy into your life, both now and in the future. So by being in the present moment, you actually start to invite more of that greater future, more of that happiness, more of that joy, all those things you're desiring to have in the future. Instead of worrying about them, you're in the present moment, inviting that energy, that experience to be that already in the future as well. So I know it can kind of seem counterintuitive and different than a lot of what we're taught, but my invitation again for you today is if you're feeling overwhelmed, notice it. Don't make yourself wrong for being overwhelmed. And also like stop and remind yourself you have everything you need, and maybe ask a question. What's something else I can choose right now? What's something I can be grateful for right now? And not from like pretending or like just putting a smile on your face and fake it till you make it. I don't believe in that. Like that's not congruent. That's the same thing as like trying not to recreate the past, right? It's creates this resistance and then it like pulls it into you like a magnet, because what you resist persists, right? We've all heard that. So that's not what I'm talking about. Like curious 5-year-old on the playground, like genuine curiosity. Like, remember when you were a kid and you used to play and you really didn't have any worries? I know when we seem to like get to adults, we think we have to, but like, what if that is actually not what's required? And yes, handle your responsibilities and the things that require your attention. And what if inviting that playful energy back into your life every single day actually can contribute to your life working in a way that's actually more fun for you and you being more creative and not having tunnel vision and focusing on the problems, but actually asking more questions and opening up more possibilities and being able to see them and receive them, right? So ask questions, play, be in the present moment, have gratitude, and remember that you always have everything you need. So there's no need to worry or feel overwhelmed. And sometimes something you might think you have to handle right now, it might not be a right now thing. Maybe it's something you can delegate to somebody else. I know, I have definitely been notorious for not being great at asking for help. That is going away more and more and more all the time, right? What if that's not a weakness? What if it's actually a strength? Because, like, we didn't come into this world by ourselves. We're not going out by ourselves. And anything great that's ever been created has not been done alone, right? Like, we're here to create with each other and be with each other. So, what if it's okay to ask for help? What if it's okay to delegate? What if it's okay to let it go and say, okay, I know I feel like I really need to do this right now, but maybe that's not actually what is required in the moment. Maybe I can actually put it off for later. Or maybe this thing that I think I need to do isn't the thing that is going to even contribute to creating the ultimate goal or desire or whatever it is you're looking at. So question, and not question from answer, right? This isn't school. I'm not talking about A plus B equals C or, you got to do even all the steps in order because sometimes that stuff doesn't work when you're talking about real life and especially co-creating with infinite possibilities and with the universe. So I'm talking about more like the curious 5-year-old on the playground. I wonder, like, that sense. Like, invite more of that curiosity and play into your life when you're asking questions. And I promise you, if you can exercise this like a muscle and keep doing it over time, you'll remember that asking questions from that curiosity place is really where your magic lies, where possibility lies, where you can really get creative and create things that maybe even haven't existed yet. Right? Because you're not creating based off only what your brain knows from the past. You can create something that's never even existed before, a possibility you didn't even think of before. So more questions, like a curious 5-year-old. Let's play. Invite play back into your life right here, right now. Thank you so much for listening in. I'll see you again next week. Have an amazing day.